We're live.
We're live. Hey, everybody.
Welcome to day 2 of our Vlogmas, our Freedom Month. Right? We're going live every single day through Christmas.
Through Christmas?
Through Christmas.
Through Christmas.
And maybe even Kwanzaa. We'll see.
Maybe. Maybe, baby.
Right?
So we're going to talk about why budgeting doesn't work anymore. And, if budgeting worked, more people would feel secure.
Yeah, because most people don't have a spending problem. What they have is a volatility problem. That's what they've got, right?
Yeah. So budgets assume that income is steady, expenses are predictable, and that's just not the way this world we're living in is.
Y'all. Now, y'all know that the melon felon has been doing a lot of shit lately, right? And we all know that 300,000 plus Black women are unemployed, right? We all know that. So we see this every single day in our community and our programs. People who follow budget.
Yeah, they follow it.
And still they feel anxious. Not because they failed. That's not the reason, but because the tool was never designed for instability, right? Like the typical budget was not designed for, I want to say, premeditated, instigated economic insecurity caused by the melon felon who does not have a clue, caused by the man who bankrupted how many companies?
He banked a casino. That's enough.
Okay.
That ain't nothing but a money.
Okay. All right. Here we go.
So today we're doing two things, explaining why budgets collapse in a volatile economy and introduce a different way to think.
Right. About money and control. So, all right. Here we go. Budgets break when any of this is true, right? Income can change without warning, y'all. All right. Expenses spike irregularity. Like we don't know when things are going to go. Like, okay, let's take, for instance, if there is a freeze, right? We all know if there's a freeze down south, orange juice going to be more expensive. So we can prepare for that, right? But how do you prepare when the melon felon is just doing all kind of crazy crap? How do you prepare for that, right? Other people depend on your money when that happens. Other people, right? Who's dependent on your money? Who's dependent on your money? Besides family, right? The bank depending on your money, right? Them credit cards depending on your money, right?
Grocery stores depending on your money, like you depending on their food,
right? Exactly. So when prices spike uncontrollably, when folks get laid off without warning, this problem that's not discipline, right? The problem is what?
Cash flow design,
right? This is why we teach the unbudget. And look, this is not an Our Black Utopia design. Okay, I'm not going to even go there. We learned the unbudget from Adelia Aborshade of Picky Girl Travels the World. And she got it from Paula Patz, all right, who is another millionaire. All right. So in the unbudget, you don't track everyday dollars. No. I don't know about you, but living a life of ease does not include every month downloading all of this nonsense and going line by line to say, okay, now let's see, we only have $400 in the grocery budget, and this month, yeah, I said that. We spent 480.
You drive yourself crazy.
Right?
Oh my God. It drives me crazy.
Right?
Knowing that it'll drive you crazy.
Exactly.
So you decide the delta first. How much you want to save and invest. You automate that.
Right.
And live on what's left.
That's right.
Control first.
Life second. Okay. So let me repeat that. You need to figure out what the delta the gap between your income and expenses is. Okay. And then once you figure that out, you need to decide what your savings rate is going to be, and then automate that saving and investing rate. Is it going to be 3%, 5%, 10%, 20%, 65% like we did, 65% plus? Oh, you think that that's not available to you?
Yeah.
You might be
You
surprised.
will surprise yourself.
All right. This matters.
Yes.
Because many people watching aren't just budgeting for themselves, they're also supporting other people.
Yeah.
Right. And that's what we're talking about. Because we know that Black families, and especially Black women, are the major caretakers, caregivers to the parents, aging parents. We know that. That is a fact. We are overrepresented in that group. All right. And so, what we want you to think about today, this is what you're going to do. You are going to look at your expenses and you are going to figure out what the gap is between your necessities and what you bring in. And then you are going to decide what that savings rate is going to be based upon your plan. For us, it was 65% plus. We were saving 65% plus of our income. And 60% of it was going automatically out of our paycheck before we even saw it. That's right. That's right. And then an extra 5 to 10% was going into another IRA or a brokerage account or a savings emergency fund. This is what we need to do, okay? We've got to break up with the Joneses. We ain't competing with them no damn more, okay? We gonna write a letter and say, Joneses, we tired of y'all.
For real.
We do not care about that bag and them red bottoms. And then what do men care about? I don't know. Them
cars. You got to have the
that
latest
Beamer.
and greatest.
Right? We do not care. What we care about is living a life of ease. What we care about is making sure that we have control over our own lives. What we care about is making sure that we are not, what do I want to say? Being dependent upon what the melon fella does, right? That's what we're not going to do.
No, don't be dependent on somebody else that has lost their damn mind.
Right? That's what we're not going to do. Right? So, tomorrow, once you've gotten that unbudget straight, tomorrow we are going to talk about one of the important things that the unbudget only works if there is enough money coming in to automate that, right? And to automate that for a lot of people, not just you, right? Because if you're the typical Black family, you've got more than one family that you may be helping support.
Yeah.
So the problem is not that they don't know what to do with money. That's not your problem, right? That you don't know what to do with money.
No.
The problem is that income. One income is too fragile. It was too fragile 20 years ago, and it's damn sure too fragile in the melon felons America, okay? And in the melon felons economy, because even if you do not live in the United States, what happens in the United States today affects the globe. Right? All right. So tomorrow we are going to talk about what it feels like to be in the sandwich generation, right? But we have got to be adding a second controllable, portable income stream, right?
It's not about hustling. It's about protecting the design. This is exactly why in January, we are running the Side Hustle Challenge, not to create chaos, but to create controlled, predictable cash flow.
Right? Okay, we'll talk about more of this as the series continues, because we're going to be coming live to you every day at 4 o'clock. Every day at 4 o'clock, except for Thursdays and Sundays, and we'll go live at our normal time. All right. So budgeting. Look, y'all's budgeting did not fail because you did something wrong or something like that, because it wasn't built right or something like that. No, the system was built to create this problem. The system was built to create this problem. So for a different era, one income and doing that simple, typical budgeting, that might have been okay, right?
Yeah.
For our mamas and daddies. But today, no, it's not about your discipline, babies. Okay, give yourself grace. It's not about your discipline. It is about a system that has been designed for you to fail. It is a system that has been designed for more than one income since the 70s or 80s. Okay, that's just the truth, right?
Yeah.
That's the truth. And so with that, we're going to tell you, give yourself grace. And in the meantime, in between time, start setting yourself up for success. Come back tomorrow at 4 o'clock and we'll teach you the next step. See ya.